And although I just arrived here, judging from where that vehicle is, I'm guessing it must have been parked on the pedestrian crossing, right? I'll see whether there's an enforcer that has a photo so we can know exactly where it was parked. I can see there's a lady there and she doesn't seem overly happy. I don't know if she's associated with the vehicle.
Oh my God! You're so inconsiderate!
Okay, so they just slammed the gate after shouting, "You're so inconsiderate," and that's it, I guess. I don't know who's inconsiderate because the road is no parking. It's a pedestrian crossing. Anyway, they've gone back inside the property now, and this will go to Tomana in Marikina City. The lady behind me just said, "Pasensya na po, but I wish you could understand my job." And then the enforcer said something like, "I hope you can understand my job also."
Because at the end of the day, I doubt the enforcers also want to be out here standing under the rain. And it's dangerous. It's very dangerous to be clearing the roads when it's raining, where someone has to do it. And look, this little girl, imagine if they didn't clear that vehicle. She would be walking blind, right? She would walk in front of that pickup truck, and maybe a jeepney wouldn't see her because it's raining. So I hope everyone can understand everyone.
This rider was seen without a helmet. When they tried to flag him down, he suddenly parked the bike and ran inside, or nearly ran inside the property.
Huwag mo munang, ito ang pinag-uusapan natin, nagmamaneho ka, walang helmet, nakatsinelas.
Apparently he was rushing to move this out of the road because he knows the SCOG team are here, and I assume he's worried about it being confiscated. You can see with the extended canopy and those food stalls, they pretty much occupied one lane of the road. I'm surprised that someone is allowing them to do that. I'm just not sure whether they're going to cut the tarpaulin or let them keep it. If they allow them to keep it, it's quite likely they'll be reinstalled with new bars or new wooden posts. Let's see. Of course, there's nothing stopping them from turning their garage into an eatery where people can go inside and eat, right? That's their private property. They could do that. Although, I wonder where the sidewalk went. And when you see a big post like that, I don't know. So it looks like they are confiscating that tarpaulin. That would result in a far more effective clearing compared to just leaving it there for them to reuse. One of the guys made a joke to the team about taking their stove and gas tank. I was kind of hoping that the team would say, okay, throw it on the truck. Because at the end of the day, you're obstructing a lane every day. And who suffers? Every single driver, every single motorcycle rider on this road, right? They all suffer so that you can have a food stall in the road. You see they already picked up that silver one, and then in the background you can see the red one. So vehicles parked on both sides of the street, despite the signs that say no parking. They always have to be careful with the paperwork because if the tickets get wet, it causes a lot of problems later. And here's the next one that's about to go up. The rain kind of got a little bit heavy, so I do apologize if suddenly the shots get bad or the audio gets bad. Makes things very difficult. This one is being picked up now for obstructing the sidewalk. There's actually a lot of space behind it. So if they were to reverse it when parking, they might be able to fit without obstructing the sidewalk. But since there's no driver here to move it, then of course it gets cleared by the towing crew. The rain has actually been on and off all morning, so if you're wondering why some people are wearing raincoats, others aren't, or why it's on and off, that's why, because the rain comes, the rain goes. And right now, all of these motorcycles are being ticketed on the sidewalk. I do appreciate that they park them sideways to avoid obstructing the whole sidewalk, but still, it's a pedestrian area, it's not a parking lot. I'm surprised there's so many bikes here. I wonder where all the owners are. Since many of them have covers like this, I'm guessing it's overnight residential parking because people don't usually put a cover like this unless it's going to stay here for a long time. Some drivers have come out already, so they can leave with just a ticket, although it's wearing slippers. Some motorcycles have already been loaded onto the tow truck, those that don't have a driver, or the driver just came out way too late. You might have noticed how high the curb is and thought to yourself, how are they getting onto the sidewalk? Well, I just saw some of the riders leave now, and basically they're just driving all the way along the sidewalk, past pedestrians, and then someone put a rock there, which they're using as a step on and off the sidewalk. So the design of the sidewalk is to prevent people from parking there, but they put a rock there and that's how they're getting up. And you'll see this taxi is obstructing the whole sidewalk. That's why they're getting ready to put it up on the flatbed. Taxis are required as their franchise to have off-street parking, to have a garage. And that's really bad timing. See that guy in the background in the black shirt? That's the driver. They were here for a long time before they picked this up. My guess is that this used to be a sidewalk, but then for whatever reason it became an area to put the aircon, to put the gate at the shop. That's a real nice car, but unfortunately it's considered to be illegally parked and already loading up onto the tow truck. And I think they're also going to take the tricycle that's parked on the sidewalk.